You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. It's JPA here. In today's video I'm going to be discussing Rangers' very impressive win over Standard Liege last night. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, help the channel, hit the like button as well, and we'll just get straight into this video, guys. The match finished, Standard Liege 0, Rangers 2. Very impressive win from Rangers. It was a battling performance, one of the strangest games I've ever seen, to be honest, in terms of the weather. We've seen weather like that in Scotland before, but never in a European match, it has to be said. Before the game, Standard Liege were 15 games at home unbeaten in Europe. We've obviously spoiled that party for them. Really impressive. I thought we started really brightly as well. We took care of the ball really well. We created an opening, got ourselves a corner, and in the 18th minute we crossed that corner in from Tavernier. Connor Golson rises up above the defender and heads it down into the congested penalty area, hits the boy in the hand. Definite penalty for me. The only thing I was surprised was I thought maybe Golson possibly could have been done for climbing over the back of the player. Sometimes you see that given. It's pretty much easy for the referee to give the decision to the opposition player in the opposition box, and I'm surprised we didn't get the free kick given against us for that, but the referee did well, seen the handball situation and acted upon it and gave us a penalty. Tavernier steps up and he duly dispatched it. Great finish just inside the post. That's now 9 goals in 10 games for Tavernier. Absolutely incredible for a right back, not just for any player at all. It's incredible. I know a lot of people, a lot of them are penalties. I didn't care. If you score 100 penalties, you're still getting 100 goals. I mean, I didn't understand that logic of it's only a penalty. You still got to take it, and it's a lot of pressure to take a penalty as well, particularly in these circumstances where obviously 3 points means a lot to us, and that to get a great start in the group means a lot to Rangers. So obviously there'd be a lot of pressure on that penalty, and he just shrugged it off and took the penalty really well. So I'm really pleased for Tavernier, and we were 1-0. Just a couple of minutes later, Ryan Kent found Hadji in a bit of space in the middle of the field. Hadji strides forward, takes a couple of touches, and then just unleashes an unbelievable shot. I thought at first, why he's shooting for there? When you seen the replay, it was so close. It was just inches wide. The goalkeeper was scrambling back the way. He was definitely beaten, and unfortunately for Hadji, it was just a couple inches wide. On the 28th minute, we got a wee bit of a scare. We had doubled up on the winger on the right hand side, and I think it was Barisic and Kent, I believe it was, try to block the cross, and they didn't quite do enough to block the cross. Cross came in, and Malika, I think it was, got away from Connor Goldson, flicked the header onto the bar, and I think McGregor was beaten at that point. Really unlucky for them. But I've got to give credit to Tavernier. It bounced off and bounced really awkwardly high for Tavernier. He managed to get his head on it, cleared the danger, and did really well. That's Tav that kind of defend, by the way. Did really well on that occasion to get rid of the ball after that initial scare of hitting the bar. Not long after that, we created a wee chance for Alfredo Morelos. Arfield found him in a wee bit of space just on the edge of the box, and for some unknown reason, I don't know whether it's a confidence thing or no, he decided not to shoot, tried to play it back into Arfield. Arfield was on the stretch, covered by a couple of defenders, and the move kind of broke down. You've seen the replay, and the amount of space he had. If that was Alfredo Morelos from last season, not only is he hitting that, but I think he's scoring that goal. Wee bit of difference in his play this season, and obviously he's playing that little bit more unselfish, but at times you just maybe want him to be that little bit more selfish as a striker and just go for that chance. Disappointing for him not to get that chance. On the 40th minute, unfortunately, we lost Barisic to injury. He hopped off, or limped off rather. The good sign is that he walked around the pitch. He didn't get taken off a stretch or anything, so I think it's mainly just precautionary. And in here they're thinking, alright, Barisic is one of our key players. Bassey's going to have to come on. Bassey's a decent player, but he's not quite at Barisic's level, obviously. But I'll talk about a wee bit more about Bassey later on. I thought he was absolutely outstanding when he came. As soon as he came onto the pitch, he blocked a tackle straight away. Just before half time, they hit the bar, and even before it hit the bar, Alan McGregor's just racing out towards the referee to complain. Wasn't sure what it was at first, but when you show the replay, the guy's done a kind of Maradona, just hand towards the ball, smacked it off the post, off the bar rather. And McGregor rightly was really pissed off at that, went up to the referee and unfortunately was booked for it. I think when you look at the replay, he's completely justified to do what he did, but the referee's seen it another way, and obviously we've not got any VAR in the group stage, so if that goal goes in, it probably stands, which is really frustrating. So we got to half time 1-0, and when I'm talking about these chances that Rangers created and the way we played, it kind of sounds like we had the better of the first half. That's probably not the way it went. I thought that Liege were really good in possession. They kept switching the play from left to right to left, very comfortably on both sides of the pitch, and that's how they were getting a lot of room down each flank. They didn't create a lot in terms of actual goal chances. Even the shots that they did have, we blocked very well and kept them pretty much playing in front of us, but I thought they knocked the ball around very well, and I'd be lying if I said that we were the better team in the first half. And we were pretty much lucky to get to half time 1-0 up, and if I'm honest, I don't think that scoring that early goal was part of our game plan anyway. I think usually in Europe we tend to kind of get through the first half still in the game, aim for kind of like the hour mark, and then start to push forward and take the game by the scruff of the neck that way. And I believe this game was pretty much similar, and I don't think the goal was in part of the plan to score that early really. We came out the second half, and right from the off we actually created a good chance. Tav a strong run down the right hand side, played in Morelos takes a wee bit of a heavy touch, couldn't get his feet quick enough, and the chance was gone. Keeper made a good save, but if you watch the replay, Tav had actually continued his run into the box and he was unmarked. So Morelos on that occasion probably should pass. Kind of contradictory there that I said you should be a wee bit more greedy, but on that occasion you probably should pass, and Tavernier's in there for a tap-in. So we seem to be playing pretty well, and then round about the hour mark, or just before the hour mark, the heavens actually just opened up. Absolute torrential rain, and it just got progressively worse as the game went on. Tavernier passed into Morelos, who instinctively played a lovely little back heel sort of thing into Scotty Arfield. Scotty Arfield takes the shot for the edge of the box. Unfortunately it's blocked. It drops to Tavernier, who had dropped back in and pushed forward. Tavernier then found Morelos in a really good position. Morelos takes it forward a couple of strides and hits a really good shot, which is well saved by the goalkeeper. It then came out to, I think it was Bassey. Bassey did a 1-2 with Ryan Jack on the edge of the area and forced a real good corner for us. It was really good to see that obviously one move breaks in and Bassey's on the ball enough to continue the move and force a corner. Really well played by Bassey. A couple of minutes later we actually created another chance on the left hand side. Ryan Jack won the ball very well, played it to Bassey. Bassey charging down the left hand side, which he'd done all night to be fair to him. And it was obviously difficult conditions at this stage with the rain. Just batters through, gets to the edge of the box, passes it inside to Arfield, and Arfield opens his body up, curls the shot, and it's just wide. Really unfortunate for Arfield. On second viewing of the replay, you probably should think he probably should at least hit the target, but he's done well to get in that position to get the chance. To be honest, the next 20-25 minutes was all about keeping the ball, trying to keep possession. The weather conditions made it really difficult for both sides to get the passing game going. I thought we would coped slightly better with the conditions, probably because we're a Scottish team, we're used to the weather, that's the case, but we started to move the ball around, but sometimes it was just getting stuck. There was one point in particular I was really annoyed at. Somebody put through Ryan Kent. He was just on the edge of the halfway line, just about to run clear, I think, and you know with Ryan Kent's pace he's going to get away for defenders and create something if not score, and he just ran past and the ball just kind of stuck right behind him. It was really unfortunate, and that kind of annoyed me. I thought at that stage that the game was going to be scrapped at that point. It was just every pass was short, from not just from us, from them as well, and that actually created a really good opportunity for us in the dying moments of the game. They got a throw in just on the edge of, well, near our box. Felix Simmerot, I think he's a midfielder, came on and chipped a lovely wee ball over the top. They were in behind. The crossfield ball went across to, I think it was, his name's Chop or Cop or something. He takes a swipe at him because of the weather, because of the pitch. It slides under his foot and the chance is gone. They tried to kind of keep it alive, and they sent in another cross, which was well intercepted by camera and cleared. This led to one of probably the best goals I've ever seen. It fell to Roofe. Roofe won the challenge to get the ball. It kind of spun out of control and fell to one of their players. Roofe straight in again, won the challenge, skipped past about two players, or sorry, ran past two players, skipped past another one, take him on, and he's on just to the edge of the halfway line, takes a wee look up, right foot, absolute amazing shot, dips in underneath the crossbar, keeper absolutely nowhere to be seen, absolute jubilation, one of the best goals I've seen probably live. I remember saying at the time I didn't even cheer. I didn't normally, if Rangers score, I'm like, yes, get in there. I just actually stood, well, what a fucking goal that was. Shouting my wee laddie through to watch it. It was just incredible. And that was pretty much it. Game ended there. Unfortunately, I think the opposition dugout misinterpreted what Roofe's celebration. He did the kind of like the, I can't do it actually, the A. He did an A celebration and he did an L. Now they're thinking that's stands for Anderlecht and the L for loser. That's not the case. It's apparently the initials of Kamal Roofe's kids. You can understand the confusion, but there was a wee bit of barney at the end of the game. Handbag stuff really, but it was good to see like Ryan and Jack getting involved and sticking up for Roofe. Good solidarity there. So the game finished 2-0. Now that's now the third 2-0 game in a row from us. The last time we actually conceded a goal was that late goal against Galatasaray, which was only a consolation anyway. I'm pretty sure the game before that, I think was at Ross County, we won 2-0 as well. So if you're ever looking to do a prediction, don't do what I do and try and think what you want. Just say 2-0 Rangers and you'll probably get it right. Well done to the people in the comment section who did get it right. There was quite a few people who said it. In terms of man of the match, for me it was very, very difficult to get this. I mean, there was performances all over the pitch. You could look at Tavernier, you could look at Arfield, you could look at Ryan Kent, who played magnificent in the second half under the conditions. I thought Bassey was excellent when he came on. Balogun, considering he's not really played much football. Aribo, when he came on, was brilliant. I don't know if it was just freshness or that, but when he came on with the last maybe 10-15 minutes to go, he was brilliant. He kept hold of possession really well. Obviously, Roofe had a couple of neat touches, did well on occasions and got that wonder goal at the end. But for me, I'm going to go for Ryan Jack for the man of the match. I thought he was excellent throughout the night and showing that solidarity at the end to be in for his teammate was good as well. So I thought Ryan Jack for man of the match for me, but as I said, it could have been anybody. Steven Gerrard after the game was asked about that goal and he says he'd been playing football since 1998 and that's probably one of the best goals he's ever seen live. When I heard that comment I was a wee bit taken aback by that, because you've got to remember Steven Gerrard played for Liverpool, and at Liverpool Xabi Alonso scored on 2 occasions 2 wonder goals. I think it's a season apart from the halfway line. So if he's witnessed those 2 goals and Kamal Roofe's is right up there, probably the best he's ever seen, that's some accolade for Kamal Roofe. Really good finish. I've seen some comments saying that he didn't mean it. I've seen one comment on Facebook that made me really chuckle, that he got lucky, he cleared it and the wind's caught it and it just went absolute embarrassing stuff for some of the fans that you see. But you're going to get that on social media anyway. I'm sure if one of Celtic's players scored a goal like that, we'd be going, oh, it's a fluke. It's just human nature, but I did think that was really funny. So I'm just going to wrap up the video there, guys. That's obviously our first away win under Stevie G in the group stage, which is really good. But again, it's only 3 points, same as the Celtic game. We've got to go and push on in the league now. I've got a hard game against Livingston coming up, who are incidentally the only team that have stopped us from scoring this season. I'm sure it'll be a different game at Ibrox, but it's a big game for us. Thank you very much for watching. As always, say if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be tomorrow for the Livingston game. Cheers.